We are live. I was going to post a video tonight, but I worked for 11 hours. So we're going to do a live stream instead. I have something I want to talk to you guys about, but I'm going to wait until we get this light turned on real fast. You could probably...
I just don't know. I need an extension cord.
Oh, you can plug it up anywhere. Just reflect it off one of the walls. Even if it's like facing the ceiling or something, it'll make the whole room brighter. So I'm going to go in here and see if I can access this, because I want to put a link in the description for you guys to be able to get to. Which, by the way, if you're watching this afterwards, the link will already be in the video description. Oh, that made it brighter. Just shine it up. Perfect. Live streaming. Let's see if I can do it in here. There's a link. Basically, long story short, I'm just going to explain this while I'm getting it going. I have been making a website, and in this website, you will be able to go on. You will put up your sound preferences. Like, for example, here, I'll just go to the website and I'll show you guys. Okay, I'm gonna turn my camera around. This is the basic version of the website right now. You pick your minimum price range, your maximum price. If you want, like, here, I'll just show you. Let's go. Let's say someone wants to spend minimum $100. They want to go maximum $200. Let's say they want open back headphones. They're going to be using an amp and they want them to be warm. I click find results and it comes up with recommendations. There's the K712, the HT650, the Nighthawk, and the Clear, and it shows them at their price points. Now, these weren't in that price range, so it says right here, no results found in that price range, but here are ones that are above that price range. So if I were to go above that, these are the ones it would show, which I think is pretty cool. Basically, we're making a little guide to help people find things. So let's say if I go from like 170 to this. Well, it's not about getting bugged for recommendations because I kind of like that. Here we go. There's two that were in that price range, the K553 Pro and the MDR-Z7. I just think it could be a cool tool that actually helps people, and it can also help support the channel. Amps and DACs, yes. So this is the alpha version of the website. There's Pi and Zaxby's over here. This is the alpha version of the website. So what I plan on doing is I plan on implementing... Let's flip that camera back around. I plan on doing, assuming that this goes well, I want to put in another version for amps and DACs, another version for IEMs, for speakers, turntables, all kinds of things across the board. But it's going to depend on how well this the headphones one goes. And this, like I said, this is like an alpha version. This one is open to the public now. I need to find a good way to actually link it. How am I going to do that? Is there a way I can go see what my current stream is? There it is. Okay. So now I can see the chat on my laptop. Hey.
Hello.
Here is a link to the current alpha of the website. I just put it in the chat. I'm going to be posting that in the video description for this, so as soon as the stream is over with, it's going to be on there. And I'll also... Let's make a Discord announcement talking about it. You know, I'll make the Discord announcement after this is over with. But anyway, I figured I'd let you guys know about that, and I figured we'd do a little Q&A stuff since I don't have a video today, but I'm planning on having a video tomorrow on the Patreon, maybe the day after on the Patreon. I'm going to eat some pie for just a moment, because I just ate dinner. It's so good.
Yeah, it is.
And I found an alternative for vegan pads that work on M1060. So that's really exciting. And they're very, very available because they just came out. And those are the ZMF Micro Suede pads. From what I've seen, those can be used as vegan pads for M1060 and other things. And I have a pair in the mail that I'm going to test, and they should be here within a couple days. Which means M1060 mods are going to be back. And I found somebody who's going to send in M1060s, and I'll do the fuzzer mod, and I'll put some of those pads on it, and it'll be awesome. And then we can prove that it totally works. And everybody can have mini LCD tubes, which will be great. So, That is also a temporary URL for the website.
Sorry.
Did you pull it up on your phone?
I wanted to go like it.
Am I still in love with the M1060s? I don't necessarily love them more than the 6XX line, but I do still love the M1060s when modded. The thing about the Sennheisers is it's always been my go-to. The 650s have always been my favorite headphones, especially on an OTL amp. The website recommended headphones you just got. There you go. Yeah, see, everything on that website. Okay, so I'm making this website in collaboration with Zeos. So everything on there are things that him and I both agreed on for recommending. There's a few that he liked more than me, like the Fidelio X2 and things like that. But it's a collaborative effort between him and I to make this website happen. And the idea is that I have the technical knowledge on how to build a website. And one of my friends does also, and he's been helping me a lot with it. Jose, he's really cool. He actually goes to school for this stuff. So the idea is that we're handling the back end, and he has a much larger reach. So we can use this tool to help a lot of people kind of simplify their searching process. Now, we're also planning on adding in a feature where basically all the recommended headphones that come up on the website, when you put in your parameters, it will show reviews. So you get your results in, and there's a review video link next to each one. It's either going to be one of my reviews or one of Z's reviews or both. We may include others in the process of this, like if there's something good in that list that either of us doesn't have a review of, we might link like one of Metal 571's videos or something like that. So that's something to keep in mind. We're also going to be putting videos in there on the website explaining the different types of sound signatures with examples, audio examples of those different sound signatures, and a video explaining the difference between open and closed headphones, why you may or may not need an amp, all that stuff. And those, of course, will also be published as separate videos explaining those different concepts, but it will all bridge into the website. And I don't know where I was going with that. I just lost it. It went...
Come back.
Yeah, it just went right out one ear. Anyway, so once this video is, once the stream is over and it's just a video that's been published, I'm hoping that people can leave feedback in the description, or not in the description, in the comments for that, in relation to the website, because we're going to look for people's suggestions on what we can do when we move from alpha into beta. This video needs more resolution. Correct, I'm doing it off the selfie camera on my LG V30, and I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm on my mobile data connection, which is not very strong out here. But the pie game's strong, though.
It's a Thanksgiving sneak peek.
Yeah, snake giving. Snake
giving. Are you Taylor Swift?
Have a snake. Thanksgiving preview. Bring in the Goomba. No, I'm not home, Testo. I'm at her house. Also, Metal is sick. So, sorry.
I know a couple jokes.
Yeah, she could entertain you.
How inappropriate am I allowed to go?
I don't know.
You know my favorite joke, though. Can I say that joke?
I don't remember your favorite joke, so go ahead.
No, you do.
And before my channel gets demonetized, it's fine.
Okay, so what's the difference between...
I'm going to announce the stream on Discord while you're doing that.
You interrupted my joke.
I'll go for it.
What's the difference between jam and jelly?
Oh, no.
Do you know what it is, Mark? You say it.
I'm not going to say it. Gospar says, ah, hello.
You can't jelly my dick in your ass.
That's bad.
Learn to crime at your mother.
This is where the video gets demonetized.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Alright, let's do an announce.
Thank you. Thank you for...
Testo, will you do me a favor and announce that there's a Q&A going on, because I can't link the video for some reason. The website needs more HD800. Yeah, it has 800S on it. There's a few things missing off there. Like HE1000 is missing. That needs to be there. Hello, Fred.
Is that the Fred?
Here, you hold this.
Yes.
Yes, that is the Fred.
Hi, Fred.
don't know if he's watching the stream. He must be watching the stream because he just linked that. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's where she films videos. She has a YouTube channel.
There's my sloth.
Everyone watching this probably already knows she has a YouTube channel. Rest in peace. Make me mod again. I did something. What did you do? Tell us about it.
Thankfully.
Tell Papa Testo. Thank you. Tell Papa Testo that you did good things. He's the god mod.
Oh my gosh.
Gospar. Is there not an announcement? No, Testo's typing. That's okay. He's got it. He's got it, fam. Yeah. Watch and be amazed.
I like that everyone just calls me Grill. That's my name. That's fine.
You are Grill. So anyway, the website, it also gives me another way to support the channel because the website, whenever you click on one of those, it redirects you to Amazon. And I really hate putting Amazon affiliate links in the descriptions of videos because it feels kind of like funneling. Why is my name George Foreman now? Oh.
No.
Your name is George Foreman because you're a grill. You should have a moving sale and sell me all your audio gear. You know, I actually thought about that. I thought about getting rid of a lot of my audio gear when I move. Because I'm probably not going to have a ton of space. And I honestly need to get rid of a lot of things so I can afford to actually make the move happen. Which, by the way, if you didn't know, we're moving out of Tennessee.
We're moving.
Yeah, we're moving in, how many days? Like 40 days? Something like that?
In 40 days.
Yeah, we're moving out of Tennessee to Asheville, North Carolina in the Smoky Mountains. Maybe boring to get this kind of topic on Q&A, blah, 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 blah. I have not heard those Denons. I have heard the THX00, which not a huge fan of. I can come visit Charleston. That's not...
Where's Charleston? Is that...
South Carolina.
Oh, dope.
Mountains are fun, yes. Honestly, if you've seen pictures of the Smoky Mountains, it's insane.
Look, wait, hold this. I'm literally wearing my Smoky Strong shirt today. Hey.
Let's
Even
find
though it's
it.
Tennessee and not.
Let's find the Smoky Mountains on the internet. Smoky Mountains. If you've never seen... Honestly, here's another thing, too. Asheville is a lot smaller population than out here. But, look at that. Tell me that's not beautiful.
Do you want to see a picture of my favorite mountain?
Go for it.
I actually don't know what it's called.
You know what? Here, you can take the whole laptop.
Don't get my room. Don't do that. It's so gross.
I won't. Yeah, it's a hippie town, which is kind of why we'd fit in there. So, there's that. But yeah, I'm still going to be working with the same company that I work with now, which is AMF, and I'm still going to be making videos for a living, doing videography and all that stuff. Good one.
That hurt.
Actually, that wasn't as strong as your normal moves.
That one hurt.
Anyway, I'm still going to be doing videography, which is going to be cool. And I'm probably going to be doing wedding videos and things like that out there, on top of the things that I'm going to be doing remotely for AMF and Sony and those guys. So I'll still have time to, make YouTube videos and stuff. It's been crazy over the past couple weeks because I picked up a second job to try and help fund this move. So things have been a little bit crazy, but I am off for the next 3 days after today. I worked 11 hours today, and I'm off for the next 3 days after this, and I'm going to use those days to make as many YouTube videos as possible. You want to get the M560s. Okay, here's the thing. Are you planning on using those, cans portably? Or not portably, closed. If you're looking at cans for $200, are you looking for closed or open? Oh my gosh.
It's an actual mountain in North Carolina.
The beanie does come off my head. Open. Open for under $200. I love the 5.98s, personally. Unless you just have to go plain art. But I'm kind of in love with the 5.98s. Because, like, they're around, what, 120, 130, maybe 150 on Amazon now. Open beanie. This is what's under the beanie. It's just hair. I am going to get a haircut in a couple days. Or, yeah, HD 600 used. That'd be amazing. If you have an amp, if you do have an amp, get some used 600s or 650s, because they're really hard to beat. I still use 650s as my main headphones, and I recently got my hands on an OTL tube amp. No, my hair is fine. No, I need to get a haircut, because this is, look at this. Look at this stuff. It gets in my ears, and I have to, like, brush it back when I wear headphones. Absolutely. Like, here's the thing. I'm using HD 650s with an OTL tube amp, and that is my main daily driver still right now. And that's even when I have, like, focals and all this other stuff at the house.
Get dreads.
Any other ideas? Let's see. I mean, NFV11 is pretty much as good as it's going to get unless you spend a lot of money. Yes, ZMF Suede earpads seem to work on M1060s from measurements that I've seen. I'm going to try and confirm that within the next week or so, because I have a pair on the way. Yeah, right, the live streams do just kind of turn into an online hangout. Well, I mean, I kind of view, like, this whole channel in general as, like, being able to just kind of hang out with a bunch of people who enjoy the same hobby as me. So that's my favorite thing about it, because I'm gonna be honest, there's not many people in Tennessee that are really into audio, and the internet was my way to connect with that. The HiFiMan 4XX looks like the 400i, but with the original HE400 headband. So I'm going to go on and say that it measures almost identically to the 400i. So it's basically just going to be the 400i, but less comfortable. Opinion on the stock HE400i pads. Yeah, I think the stock HE400i pads are about as good as the 400i is going to sound. Otherwise, anything else kind of ruins the tonality. But you can make them warmer or brighter, stuff like that with other pads. You have some HD6XX. Any suggestions for something more V-shaped in the $300 price range? Depends on if you're looking for, like, open or closed. DMS thinks that he hangs out with us. That's the real meme. I am a living meme. Yeah, if you have the HE400i already, then I wouldn't get the 4XX.
My God.
Wow.
I gotta go.
That was not okay. Ope, legend.
It says DMS writes her cock.
Oh. And then the comments went mad. What do I think of LCD2 Classic? There's an LCD2 Classic? Am I behind on something? Is it a pre-phaser version of the LCD2 that I didn't know about? Because I love the pre-phaser LCD2s. Anything upcoming that you think can... Yes, there is something coming up that I think can top the M1060s, but I can't talk about it yet. I did already give away the 660s. I'm supposed to mail them probably within the next week, but I'm going to send them to... We talked, and I think I'm going to either send them to Z or Metal 571 first, before they go to the owner. There is something that I think is going to top the M1060, but I can't talk about it until after CES. Do I prefer open or closed? Honestly, open always pretty much sounds better, but closed headphones, there's something special about them. It's nice having that isolation. And there's downsides too. Like, you usually get more narrow soundstage, and you pretty much always get some sort of reflections inside the cups that you can't really avoid. So it goes back and forth. IEMs are kind of like the perfect balance between open and closed, because IEMs can sound extraordinarily open, but the drivers are so small you don't necessarily have to worry about as much cabinet resonance. Thanks for introducing you to Audio GD. I still daily drive my NFV11. I absolutely love it. I'm just skipping some of these. I don't know how to make you mod on stream, Testo. I think that Z might actually have a pair on the way to him already. I'm not 100% sure. We've been talking about it. He said that he was going to get a pair super cheap. Ow, got something in my eye just now. I don't know the difference between the 598 and 599, actually. I'm trying to get Sennheiser to send me everything in that line right now. And we've been talking back and forth about it, but I think they're actually going to do it.
It's the same person every time.
It is the same person every time. I will try the Monk IEMs. They call them Biggie and Smalls. I'm going to try both of those pretty soon. I need to hit up Lee and be like, hey. I'm not 100% sure the best way to measure amp quality but I am working on that. I'm going to have something on that soon, but I want to do a little bit more testing before I talk about methodology. The headphone that may beat M1060, I can't say any details, unfortunately, about that yet, including price, but I'm really excited about it. How do I feel about the DT series? DT1990 I've heard amazing things about. I want to check it out really soon. Someone said they were going to send me some. I mean, DT770s are amazing. I'd like to have some DT770s and DT770s in so I can actually like make a video on them, but I haven't got my hands on a pair yet. What's next after HD600 and M1060? It really depends on what your preference is. Because if you like things like 650 and you don't care too much about weight, then LCD2 is kind of like the super version of an HD650, but without any kind of comfort. Yes, we definitely need to get another group together at Can Jam New York. I'm definitely going to be going to New York. I have to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. Like 100% for sure. So definitely see me there in New York at Can Jam. And I'm going to see who else is going to go. I know that Z is going to be there, and Metal 571 is going to be there, and we're all going to hang out at some point. And probably all do a video together. Chocolate pie. Yes, HD800s are amazing with the SDR, which Offspar in the Discord knows about that. Super DuPont resonator. Insanely resolving headphones. Still scrolling. No, not the SHB 9500s. You stop with that. So lately I've kind of had to delay a few things because I was waiting for another set of pads to get in to film the O-Tour video. But I think the O-Tour video I'm going to be filming tomorrow and publishing on the Patreon. Probably tomorrow. Don't hold me to that. I'm going to try to, though. It just depends on what happens tomorrow. But for sure I'm going to be doing some kind of review tomorrow. I also have to get things out on the EN700 Pro, the Vibro Mark II, Icon, a bunch of other things. I'd love to review more Behrs. I really want to... Wow, that... I'd like to review more Behr Dynamics. I've done the 990 Pros on the channel, and I've done the Behr T1s on the channel. It's revision 1. I really, really want to do the 1990 Pros and the 990 Premiums and the DT770s. Personal music taste. All right, let's look in my library.
No, what were you listening to today?
No, I never listened to that. Aeon Flow Open Review. If someone wants to send me something, I'll review. Pretty much regardless as to what it is. So if somebody wants to send me some Aeon Flows, I will review them. But the thing is a lot of these things are expensive, and it's very hard for me to get my hands on them. The Patreon does help, but it mostly just pays for shipping right now. So I'm not quite at the point where I can really afford to go out and buy a lot of things to review. Very rarely can I. Like M1060 was an exception. I bought those out of pocket to review. And a few other things, but like most of the time it's me relying on people sending things. Let's see. In my music library, I have Earth, Wind & Fire, Daft Punk, Mac Miller, Maps and Atlases, Cage the Elephant, Kendrick Lamar, Crystal Castles, RJD2, Pink Floyd, Logic, Wu-Tang Clan, Telepop Music, Deadmau5, Jeff Buckley, Joyride, the Helio Sequence, all kinds of things like that. Review anything. Well, okay. There's some things that people have sent me to review that I haven't reviewed. Like a company sent me some Amazon Bluetooth headphones that were like really bad that I didn't review because it just wasn't worth it. I don't eat Soylent. Sorry, fam. I've heard good things about the TCXO upgrade, but I haven't tried it, so I can't really give an opinion. I sometimes listen to metal, but it's not super often. Let's see. My favorite IEMs? Campfire Andromeda. Like, absolutely Campfire Andromeda. But I also love these 64 A6s, these customs. Who got the 660s? Of course I think you're pretty, Mason. Mason, are you still at the FSL?
What about me?
Are you Mason?
You cheating on me?
Yeah, Mason's...
Yeah.
Surprise! You're the side...
Not with Cindy, but with Mason.
Surprise! You're the side chick and Mason's the main chick.
Oh, look, Mason. It's not gonna work.
Don't listen to metal. Good plan. Goomba too distracting. What? Oh, you're giving away 3 iPhone... Oh, lordy. Better look out. He's giving away 3 iPhone 8s to his last 3 subscribers. Ooh, woo. I'm familiar with the IE800s. Sennheiser offered to send them to me. I haven't actually tried them yet. Did you just say SHP 9500 equals LCD4? Do not. Fire sauce for life. I'm so glad that you said that, because that's how me and Mason became friends, is because of Taco Bell fire sauce. I told you about that.
You did tell me about that.
That can never be repeated outside of the circle. Look, I can't believe I win an iPhone. Have you guys seen the reviews of the iPhone 10? Everyone's been crapping on it. Even Linus did, and he was daily driving an iPhone for a long time.
It looks so nice.
It does look nice, but like everybody's pooping on it.
Well, everyone's pooping on it.
Pooping on it. I didn't necessarily find the highs in the M40X piercing, but I did find them a little bit sibilant. Brain not working. They're not necessarily piercing, but they're definitely harsh. Clear NX. So they ran into a problem with a manufacturer, and so it got pushed back. And I would show you the LG V30, but that's what this is streaming off of, is the LG V30. I'm doing a video on that soon. But they think that they're going to launch the NX by Q1, I think they said, of next year, and they're going to send me a unit to review, hopefully before then. So I'm really excited about that. MKBHD's was pretty positive. That's true. I think that MKBHD is pretty solid when it comes to phone reviews, but sometimes I don't know, I feel like he goes really easy on iPhones, but we'll see. I mean, the iPhone X is a really cool idea. It has a lot of cool things going for it. There's a few things about it that bug me. Most of those things are the amount of time it takes to do things now. They made a lot of the, I want to say not necessarily gestures, but the ways that you switch between tasks, close apps, do things like that, they take a lot longer when it comes to a productivity standpoint. If you found a pair of 650s for $194, I think, yeah, that's a great, yeah, you should. Absolutely. If you have an amp. Because 650s are really hard to beat. 650 is still my golden standard of audio. I mean, I know there's things out there that are more detailed. There's things out there that are more resolving. There's things out there with better soundstage. I think this is the perfect middle ground. Impact 60s are still pretty cool. I mean, they're definitely versatile. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I've been blocking the mic.
No.
Rest in peace. M1060s are, I mean, yeah, you could use them for gaming. They have decent soundstage. I mean, if they're modded, I love them a lot more than stock. Who's calling me? Probably someone who has my number.
No way.
On the stream.
No way.
Best soundstage headphones I've heard. HD800. Let's be honest. HD800, and then alongside, the runner-up would be HD700 and Argon.
Good night. Good night.
So, M1060 V2. The difference between V1 and V2, honestly, is build quality. It's not a sound difference. Yeah, she right there.
Ow!
Bayer T1 does have pretty good soundstage, and Bayer T1 is insanely resolving and insanely detailed. I wish it didn't have a treble spike. I imagine that Bayer T1s modded would be phenomenal. Best close back headphones I've ever tried. Z1R, but they're also way too expensive. But Z1R is out of this world. I'm getting another phone call. Did it freeze? There we go. So many messages now, waiting for it to catch up. This is what happens when people call me while the stream is going on. Where were we in the comments? What amp should you pair with the 650s? If you can, an NFB11. Otherwise, you could use something like a Modi and a little Dot Mark II, something like that. The little Dot Mark II has been a really good amp for it. What's the website URL? Here, I will paste it back in here. Or at least I'm going to try to. This is the website. This is currently like a public alpha, so it's a very early version. Can I pin chats? I don't know. Let's find out. I have no idea. Nope, I don't think I can. Or I'm just too dumb. Hey, you know what? I can read comments on my laptop. Perfect. Aside from bass soundstage, how different are the Argons compared to the Mark III? Insanely different. The Argon is just... It's just Argon's amazing. Argon I don't even count as a T50 mod anymore. It's just a whole nother headphone. It's amazing. Okay, Mason, we'll see you around at some point.
Good night.
Have I considered embedding audio demos of recorded headphones if available? I've thought about that. We'll see. I'm definitely be posting reviews, but we'll see about demos. Z might do that because he does sound demos. And I'm doing this in collaboration with Z, so maybe he'll put sound demos on there. Okay, so stock pads on the T50 Mark IIIs are technically super neutral, but they're not comfortable, let's be honest. What's Kate's favorite headphone? I think that her favorite headphone's probably Focal Utopia. But...
Okay, you keep saying that, but you literally made me take the Sennheisers
that's true. She took...
to the Focal booth.
It was funny. We went to the... Okay, so she was like, Focal Utopia, I love these. I was like, okay, but you should hear them side by side with HD650s. So I went over. JDS Labs let me borrow some HD650s. And we went over to Focal's booth, and I was like, she's going to listen to these side by side. And the guy at Focal was like...
He was like, do you really want to do this?
Yeah, he's like, you're playing a dangerous game there, son. And I was like, yeah. So she listened to him side by side.
I don't know. It's been a long time since we were at RMF, so I don't know what my favorites are.
You definitely had mixed opinions at the time.
It depends on what I'm listening to.
Yeah, if you're listening to like pop or like bassy music and stuff like that.
And then I would
probably
say Focal, the Utopia.
Yeah. But otherwise, everything else, I think it's 650s. But you got the NFB11 650 combo. That's an insanely good combo. Like, I'm going to be honest. You really can't beat that without spending a lot of money. My buddy Jose did most of the coding for the site. And he's super, super ultra talented. I've had to put together like a lot of the different like trees and stuff like that for it to get it going. Also have some 580. Oh, here's the thing.
Thanks, Logan.
580s are like some of the most neutral out of that line. It's hard to read comments. It's so far away. A lot of bass. 650 is a good option. Here's the thing about 650s. They do have okay bass for an open back headphone, and they're a little bit warm, but they do have a roll off. So you're not going to get insane sub performance. It's fairly balanced in my opinion. If you want something bassy, my brain is not working right now off the top of my head for some reason. I was just thinking of something that had amazing bass.
I really like
Review
the
bigger
ones
gauges.
from...
Is that a picture of a donut?
It looks like a donut. I like the ones that were at finals.
Final, yeah, the planars that Final's making. If you want bass, you're probably going to want to go... If you want heavy bass, you're probably going to want to go planar. Oof. These comments.
All the time.
RBH HP2. I don't think I have heard that. KFC 75. What makes them great? Okay, you remember how I felt about the VE Monk? This is a super version of the VE Monk. Only they're $12. They don't have super great bass extension. But, I mean, that's to be expected from something that's not completely sealed around your head. So, it's hard to say. The KSC 75s are just amazing for the price. It's one of those things where, like, you can get some KSC 75s and try them, and if you don't like them, worst case scenario, you only spent, like, $11.
Did you say KFC?
KSC.
Oh, I was
M5,
about to say...
I don't know if M560 has better bass than 650 or not. The thing about M560 is that it's a really small planar driver. The T50RP Mark III with some pads. If you want bass, you could get some T50RP Mark IIIs and some ZMF lambskin pads, and that would be like really bass heavy. But you definitely have to have a strong amp.
Are you reading some of these?
I am. I'm not reading all of them. One more triples are interesting. I can never keep them in my ears, and I honestly think that Simgo makes a better IEM than one more. Ooh, some of these comments.
Sorry. He said, okay, sorry, after I said...
Are there Brainwaves pads that are comparable to ZMF lambskins? I don't think so. There are some that kind of work, but ZMF pads are just really, 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 really good. Oh, wow, some of these comments. Oof. I don't know about that. You know, have you guys heard the Klipsch HP3? Because that thing was actually really interesting. Now that I think about it, somebody was asking about an open V-shaped headphone. That one, the Klipsch HP3. I heard it at RMAF and was amazed by how incredibly detailed those things were. ZMF pads are really comfortable. I'm really excited to try the ZMF microsuades. Also, those ZMF Otour pads are great. And so are the Icon pads. If you put Icon pads on Otour, it's just like you get stupid bass. So, for sure, if it's worth getting those pads, I don't like them. Yeah, the HP3 was really good. I want to try Klipsch's new amp too. The knobs and the switches are so good. Little Dot Mark II. I've been really happy with it so far on the 650s, I'm not going to lie. It's not super powerful, but it sounds good. It's really slow. Really, really tubey. What was the headphone? Okay, if you want just like crazy bass, or if you want just good bass, get some T50RP Mark IIIs. There we go. If you want just like bass, get some T50RP Mark IIIs and get some ZMF lambskins. There we go. Oh, you getting M300 for Christmas? Nice. I actually was wearing those most of the day today. Yeah, the Klipsch Engineer was super cool. Klipsch made okay headphones before, but this was a really big step up for them. It really was. Have I tried Orpheus? Yes, I tried Orpheus the beginning of this year in New York City. And it broke me. Nothing has ever been the same since then.
I'm so sad I didn't get to hear those.
If you come to New York, gotta come to New York. You can hear them then. You heard Shangri-La, though. That's Hi-Fi-Man's competitor. It's not. Orpheus is better. Definitely the amp, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the balanced amp. Okay, that amp too. I think it's gonna be like $400 or something, and that's a really insane deal. I didn't get to try the Odyssey MX4 at RMAF, but I'm gonna try it in New York, and then I'm gonna try and convince them to send me some. Yeah, okay, yeah, I agree on that too. Susvara is better than Shangri-La, and Susvara is amazing. Downside, it is $6,000, but oh, that's one of the best headphones I've ever heard in my life. Susvara is absolutely phenomenal. All right, we've been going for 40 minutes. I'm going to go for 5 more minutes, and then we're going to hop off here because I am absolutely exhausted. So, but we will do 5 more minutes. When the stream hits 45 minutes, we'll wind it down. How do I like them so far? Wait, how do I like what so far? I lost where we were in the comments there. SMSL does want to send me something, so I'm going to look through what they have, and I will maybe pick something based out of that. I have tried the Vibros. Yes, I was messing with them a couple days ago. They're really interesting. There's a lot. It's okay. So the thing about the Vibro Mark II is it's just like